Unrivaled 1v1 has finished in their first round, and let me tell you, there were a few upsets, and I'm just going to give you guys a spoiler. Aaliyah Edwards absolutely cooked, and I mean spanked, with the belt to Breanna freaking Stewart. So these 1v1s, I was really curious to check them out because I was wondering if speed and athleticism would outpower being outsized, and I was kind of surprised. First of all, let me tell you how it works. They're playing half court. The prize is $200,000 for the winner. They play to 11, and they have this you make it, you take it rule that I'm not totally sure how we feel about. Like basically, if they sink the basket, they get to go back again until they don't sink it. So it's like you better be good on defense or else you're just not going to get a chance. And first up, we had Nepheesa Collier play Katie Lou, as if nobody knew how this was going to end, and as if Katie Lou hasn't had a hard enough day already. Obviously, Nepheesa Collier cooked Katie Lou, and towards the end, it even looked like Nepheesa Collier was going easy on Katie Lou to give her a chance to make it. I mean, Katie Lou was out there really just not putting much effort into rebounding, not hustling. Her shirt was untucked. I think someone just needs to get this girl a tub of ice cream and tuck her in bed already. There are a few things that are certain: death, taxes, and Nepheesa Collier beating Katie Lou in the 1v1. She ended up taking it 12-6. And again, I personally think she was kind of going easy on her old UConn buddy towards the end because, yes, I'm sure Katie Lou's had a hard few days. The next match was Shakira Austin against Chelsea Gray, and this was technically an upset, but to be completely frank, I did not have Chelsea Gray taking this because of the way that she moves on the court and the fact that she can't use speed as a strategy, and with Shakira Austin just totally outsizing her, I didn't think this was an upset, but it technically was an upset, taking into account their stats. But Shakira looked good, and she came away with a 12-2 victory. In our third match, we had Kalia Copper going against Aaliyah Boston. I had this as Kalia Copper absolutely smoking Aaliyah Boston, like in my mind, that was my prediction. Aaliyah Boston comes out there and she fought with grit. Let me tell you, she used her size. She was powering through the paint. Like, that is what Aaliyah Boston is great at. And Kalia Copper, like, it was hard for her to answer to that. There was actually a moment when Aaliyah Boston was up 6-4 against Kalia Copper. And in my head, what I thought Ka would be doing, I thought she would be grabbing the ball and blowing by Aaliyah Boston, and that is not what happened. And let me tell you, one thing that I did notice about this format is these women get so tired. It is I think that there were a couple of times where I was wondering if they were fouling just to take a second to breathe. But in the end, it was Kalia Copper blowing by Aaliyah Boston to take the win 11-6. The next match was actually really fun to watch. It was Rhyne Howard and Lexie Hull. I predicted that Rhyne Howard would take this, but I wouldn't have been surprised with a Lexie Hull upset because Lexie Hull's motor and drive and hunger to win is so obvious and was so present in this match. But Lexie's finishing just wasn't there. She took a lot of threes, was not making them. She was, powering through and driving to the basket, and she just wasn't able to finish. To her credit, if chasing rebounds counted for any sort of points, Lexie would have won because, again, the motor on her just to get the rebounds from anything that was missed was pretty significant. But, I think Rhyne Howard's always wanted to get back at Lexie for this.
The fever all pointing that she's standing on the line. She pushed me.
Well, I think she thought that she was already out of bounds, but I don't know why she pushed her.
But this was a really good matchup. They were both really competitive, maximum effort, but Ryan took the win 12-7. And the next match, another really fun match to watch, was Dearica Hamby and Skylar Diggins-Smith. I didn't really have a prediction here. I could see it going either way, but I think Skylar Diggins-Smith is one of the most competitive people that I have ever watched, with no means to hide it. She went out there with a strategy. She was like white on rice to Dearica Hamby and she wouldn't give her an inch of breathing room anywhere. And whenever Dearica Hamby did drive to that basket, because Dearica's so good at finishing under the rim, Skylar would foul her. And it worked. And Skylar being definitely a mismatch against Erica Hamby, she took a couple of threes and she just took it home. 11-3 too. 11-3 also. Alicia Gray and Jordan Canada was a really fun one. Did have Alicia taking this, but Jordan Canada is so fast and she made some pretty great shots, but it wasn't a match for Alicia Gray's threes and her ability to finish. So unsurprisingly, Alicia Gray took it home with, what did she get? Oh my gosh, I don't remember what the score is. Well, Alicia Gray won. Jackie Young and Rakia, another upset. Rakia, she smoked Jackie Young, but Jackie Young did go down and stayed down. She has been injured, and I think from what I heard, she might be playing through the injury in this 1v1 tournament, which I don't know. After watching her go down, I have to think that Becky Hammon is on the phone to like Nepheesa Collier, Breanna Stewart, or like Alex Basil and be like, get Jackie Young home, because the Aces cannot afford to lose her this season. You know, they didn't have the best free agency. And I guarantee you, like, Jackie's phone or someone's phone is, like, filled with Becky Hammon texts. But Rakia cooked her. I don't know if it had anything to do with the injury. I wouldn't be surprised if it did. But the truth is, too, that Jackie was no match for Rakia's size. This was one of the most obvious examples of it, too, because anytime Rakia got under that basket, if she didn't make it, there was absolutely no way Jackie Young was able to get the rebound. And she could just shoot over her so easily. Plus, Rakia has like a perimeter shot too, and she used it, and she beat Jackie Young. And then interviewing Rakia afterwards, and she puts the refs on notice, because I guess she's going to be going up against Fee.
The next one is against the #1 seed in Nepheesa Collier, who many have called a favorite to win this tournament. So how do you keep this upset machine going?
I just got to body her and hope that the refs don't be on that bull crap, but, you know.
But, oh my God, was I going into the Aaliyah Edwards, Breanna Stewart match thinking, poor Aaliyah. But never have I ever been more wrong, because Aaliyah Edwards just bodies her up. Her defense was great. She shot a couple of threes. Breanna Stewart just could not finish. She tried a few times, and Breanna Stewart, you know, she's a pretty great blocker and defender. She just was not able to match up against Aaliyah Edwards, which is quite shocking. I swear to God, Breanna Stewart must have like a twin sister that showed up to Unrivaled or something. But she was shut out. Scored nothing. 12-0. Belt to... I actually even saw that the Bleacher Report posted about it. And all right, this is just how it felt to me. I actually could probably go and check, but it felt like the match was about a minute and a half. So it wasn't even like any long drawn out thing where, you know, Breanna Stewart was just chucking and chucking. It was like fast, to the point. Aaliyah Edwards dominated over Breanna Stewart, and that was the end of story. But you know what? These 1v1s are really fun to watch. They're not very long, so it's not like a big commitment or anything. You can turn it on, turn it off if you want. It's on HBO. I think they're also streaming it live on YouTube, even though for some reason my YouTube won't stream it. I don't know why. And another critique I will have to say about this was I don't know if it was my internet. I don't think it was my internet, but the like quality of the stream or whatever was so low most of the time. It was like so pixelated. They were showing the bracket. You couldn't even read their names. I don't know. I think that that's something that they need to work on, work out, whatever. I don't know if it's a kinks thing. And another critique I have is that at times it didn't really make them look good. But again, this is because this is more like street court ball, and like, I don't know, people miss a lot more in that format. I mean, I go to the court all the time, a block away from my apartment, and people are just like missing left and right. But it doesn't really make them look great, I would say, but when it's good, it's great. I will say all 5 of the Lunar Owls that played tonight, they won. And, you know, I don't know, conspiracy? Kidding. But I want to see Nepheesa, Alicia, and Skylar. I want to see them duke it out, because I know Skylar is in there watching film on these 1v1s right now.